Hello, loves. Welcome to Inner Enlightenment Messages. My name is Sarah, and I'm so glad you're here. If you're new, welcome to the channel, and if you're a returning subscriber, it's great to have you back. Have you ever wondered when humans began to lose their deep connection to nature and how that disconnection affected us? It all started about 10,000 years ago during the agricultural revolution. Before then, humans lived more nomadic lives, moving with the seasons and relying on wild, natural foods. But with the rise of farming, people began to settle in one place, growing crops on demand instead of depending on nature's rhythms. This shift marked the beginning of a growing separation from the natural world. That disconnection grew even more pronounced in the 1700s during the Industrial Revolution. People moved away from rural lands into urban and suburban areas, leaving behind the natural environments that once shaped their lives. Along with this physical separation, humanity also lost something deeper, a spiritual skill rooted in our connection to life's cycles. Our ancestors once understood the importance of these cycles intimately because their survival depended on them. They needed to know when winter would come or when spring arrived so they could plant and harvest their crops. They lived by the rhythms of the sun, knowing when the day began and ended. But as we moved into cities and industrialized societies, we lost this ancient wisdom, particularly the ability to honor and work with the endings of cycles. This loss has impacted us on many levels. But here's the good news. By reclaiming this forgotten spiritual skill, your life can dramatically improve. This video will show you how to reconnect with the cycles of life and why understanding how to end cycles is so transformative. You'll learn why ending a cycle properly is crucial to the success of the next one. How to end a cycle in your life with intention and power. A practical end of cycle ritual you can use whenever you sense a chapter closing. And you'll even get 10 journaling prompts to guide you through the process. So, why is working with cycles so important? There are two key reasons. First, every cycle carries its own unique energy. When you align with that energy, life flows more easily and powerfully. Think of it like kayaking on a river. If you go with the current, the water carries you effortlessly, requiring little effort to move forward. But if you paddle against the current, you struggle, expend energy, and make slow progress. Working with the natural flow of a cycle allows you to harness its energy, particularly at the end. This momentum can help you close one chapter with strength and clarity, setting the stage for a fresh start. The second reason is that focusing your attention and intention during these transitions accelerates personal growth and transformation. Here's an example. Imagine you're in a relationship that isn't working. You decide to end it, but without understanding how to close the cycle properly, you might simply move on and say, "Well, that didn't work out. I'll just find someone else." But if you don't reflect on the ending, you risk carrying unresolved patterns into the next relationship. Soon you might find yourself facing the same issues all over again. By learning how to end cycles intentionally, you break these patterns and make room for real transformation. In this video, you'll discover how to let go of the past gracefully, align yourself with the energy of new beginnings, and move forward with purpose and clarity. Let's dive in and reclaim this powerful, life-changing skill. Imagine the same scenario, but this time, let's rewind and assume I understand how to navigate the energy of an ending. Instead of clinging to the relationship, I end it with intention and dedicate time to reflecting on the closure. I spend moments journaling, contemplating the lessons I've learned, recognizing patterns I don't want to repeat, and identifying the changes I need to make within myself. This prepares me to welcome the kind of relationship I truly desire. The outcomes of these two approaches are vastly different. In one, I've embraced the energy of endings. In the other, I haven't. Now, let's dive into how to approach endings in the right way. There are 3 essential principles to follow when working with the energy of endings. Rule 1, embrace the energy of death. The most important secret to navigating endings is becoming comfortable with the concept of death. Not literal death, but the symbolic death of something coming to a close. Allowing this energy to enter your life clears space within you and your surroundings for new beginnings. Death and birth are 2 sides of the same coin. You cannot have one without the other. Take inspiration from nature. In the fall, trees shed their leaves, which decompose and enrich the soil. This nutrient-rich soil becomes the foundation for new growth in the spring. Similarly, the end of a cycle in your life creates the fertile ground for a new beginning. Accepting this natural process, letting go of what's dying, and not clinging to the past is crucial. If you hold on too tightly to something that's meant to end, it can become toxic and hinder your growth. Rule 2, create space and time. Honoring an ending requires intentional space and time for reflection. This ceremonial practice allows you to fully acknowledge the cycle's conclusion and assess its impact on your journey. Take time to reflect on how far you've come, the lessons you've learned, and what changes you might want to make as you move forward. Personally, I like to create this space by setting aside time for silence and solitude. I turn off my phone, eliminate distractions, and simply sit in quiet contemplation. One of my favorite times for this practice is at the end of the year, just after Christmas and before New Year's. It's a perfect opportunity to reflect on the past 12 months and set intentions for the year ahead. However, you can do this at the end of any cycle, whether it's a relationship, a phase in your career, or any other chapter in your life. By embracing these principles, you can learn to approach endings with grace, allowing them to serve as stepping stones for new beginnings and continued growth. When you reach the end of a healing cycle, such as during what's often called the dark night of the soul, you undergo profound transformation. While the nature of these cycles varies for each of us, the fundamental principles remain the same, no matter where you are in the process. One of the most important principles is to use the power of intention. Intention amplifies energy, making it easier to close a cycle decisively. It's about consciously letting go, allowing something to come to an end, and staying open and surrendered to the process. This requires awareness of how far you've come, the lessons you've learned, and how you've evolved through this journey. Your energy should be focused on honoring the closing of the cycle while fully letting it go. When you learn to embrace these principles, you're ready to engage in a meaningful spiritual practice that brings clarity and power to the closure of a cycle. Here's a 3-step process that I personally use to end cycles in my life. Step 1, reflect on the cycle. Start by taking time for quiet reflection. Sit in stillness, eyes closed or gazing into space, and create a silent mental space where insights can naturally arise. Learning to embrace boredom in this way is essential, as it provides a white space for your intuition to speak. Once you feel ready, grab your journal and begin writing. Reflect on the journey by answering prompts designed to bring clarity. For example, what were the defining moments of this cycle? Identify 3 key experiences that shaped you and explore how they changed your perspective. As you write, more memories might surface, helping you process the energy of the cycle more deeply. Step 2. Perform a ceremony. Ceremonies are powerful tools for closure because their symbolism amplifies energy, making the transition feel definitive. One of my favorite ways to end a cycle is with a fire ceremony. Write down aspects of the cycle you want to release. Fold the paper and burn it in a safe, heat-resistant dish. The act of burning symbolizes purification and transformation, allowing you to energetically release the past and create space for what's next. Step 3. Set a clear intention. While the paper burns, focus your energy through a powerful intention or mantra. Say something like, "It is my intention, as a co-creator of my life, to close this cycle in all directions of time and all dimensions of space. I release it with love and power, keeping only the lessons, wisdom, and love." And so it is. This practice channels your energy into a clear and decisive act of closure, helping you move forward with clarity and strength. Now that you know how to end a cycle in your life, take the next step by exploring whether you're holding on to any toxic spiritual habits that might be holding you back. Check out the video linked here for more insights. This is the end of this video. Until next time, I'll see you later.